It has been 5 years since Ukrainian International Airlines flight PS752 was shot down shortly after takeoff in Tehran. Now, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard shot two surface-to-air missiles on January 8th of 2020, killing all 176 passengers aboard. That included 55 Canadian citizens, 30 permanent residents, and others with ties to Canada. Well, Persian flamenco singer Farnaz Ohadi has released a new song to honor those who died on that flight, calling it Requiem 752. And the singer was born in Iran and came to Canada in Vancouver in 1996. And she's now living in Seville, Spain, where she worked on this project. But before we hear about how it all came together, let's hear a little bit of the song. This is Requiem 752.
در این ماتم سر و جز غم در این ماتم سر و جز غم کسی خندان نمیبینم درون سینه جز یک دل لرزان
That is just a little bit of Requiem 752 or 752 by Farnaz Ohadi, and she joins us on the line from Seville, Spain. Now, good morning to you, or good afternoon to you, I should say. Sorry, Farnaz, we're just trying to get your audio up here. Stand by just one moment. Can you hear us now? And your mic is on your end, is it?
Okay. No, not working?
Oh, no, I think we've got you now.
Okay, hello.
Oh, very good. We do. Thank you so much. My apologies. What a gorgeous song that is. Tell us more about it. Where did that come from, Farnaz?
Thank you, Stephen. What a pleasure to be speaking with you. About 5 years ago, with my Canadian band, we were at the residency to write some music, courtesy of Canada Council for the Arts. We had a wonderful grant, and we were there writing music, and the news came. And we had each brought a few songs to work together, and we had to stop everything. And I explained the significance of it. There's only one other Iranian on the band, and everyone was incredibly moved, and they understood the importance of it. And this song just poured out of me. And again, it's 5 years old, and it remains quite poignant and really moving for me personally. So it was a way to deal with it because I was so far away and I felt so helpless. So I chose to do it this way.
You know, I remember that day very, very well because on very short notice, we took our program up to North Vancouver to be in, the middle of the Persian community and really just, grieve along with people there. I'm curious about what it is you do. You're a Persian flamenco singer, and so you combine Farsi poetry with Spanish flamenco, essentially.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, you can ask every Iranian where they were on that day and they will remember.
Yeah.
And I feel that it is connected to the question you just asked because flamenco for me remains a form of protest and an incredible vehicle for expressing something so emotional. I don't know, for me personally, any other form would be able to help me do that because the more raw and the more honest a person is in flamenco, the more is celebrated. And this, honestly, you cannot get more raw than this and the emotions that are displayed. And I'm trying to bring across in this song.
And the emotion is so clear there. Tell me what you're actually singing, though.
Well, usually my songs, a lot of them are kind of sad, but there's always an undertone of hope and looking to the future and continuing to fight. This song in particular is a lament. It is called Requiem. And it was written at the very highest, or in fact, the lowest point of my artistic career when I felt so helpless. And it is a sad lament of the fact that I see nothing but sadness around me. I see no hope for anything to be changing for the better because we were promised from heavens and we were sent down to earth. We were promised that we could have redemption, and all I see is prison and hardship. And at the end of the song, I sort of have to choose if I want to stay or go. And it's a reference to immigration, but also a reference to self-harm. I'm not proud of it, but I also, again, as a flamenco artist, I'm proud to embrace my emotions. And this is a song capturing what was going on in that moment. And it honestly hasn't really healed because we've had no answers. We've had no closure.
Right. And at the same time, though, what does it mean for you to be able to honor, this tragedy in song? Because that would not have been allowed in Iran.
It would not have been allowed in Iran. It is, flamenco for me has been my salvation, truly and honestly. And maybe it sounds cliche, but without it, I think it would have been in a very different place. And the fact that I was able to do this in Canada, I will be forever grateful to Canada as my second home to be able to allow this flourishing of artistic expression that would not have happened in Iran. And, it is very much a Canadian story. And the fact that we have this massive connection to Canadians, residents, and also citizens through this tragedy, all of it sort of comes together in this song. And this is very meaningful for me. I cried a lot. What you hear, what you just played a little bit, is actually a live recording, and that was a very difficult day in the studio, and that was recorded again a year ago. So, the wound is very raw still.
And this song is part of an upcoming album that you're releasing in March for International Women's Day. Tell us a little more about that.
Yes, so the album has been 6.5 years in the making.
Oh my gosh.
But mostly because I know no album should be really be that long, but it is an epic project. It's a double album. There was CD right now. And what happened was that we experienced some delays because of COVID, but also that I moved to Spain temporarily, and I ended up working with amazing artists. So there was some pivots that happened. And yes, this version of it, this live version of it, is now on the album, coming out on March 8th, and I'm extremely proud of it. It is really my debut into the world. I've had a few other albums before, but this one is just something very special. And I hope that it will be received well because it's made with pure love.
Well, and that combination again, I mean, it might sound, I don't know, does it sound odd to say that, you're Farsi poetry along with Spanish flamenco? I mean, it sounds beautiful.
Thank you so much. Well, at first glance, perhaps it is odd, but when you really spend a little bit of time with general ideas of flamenco, Iranians have long, like 1,000-year-old claim on music and forms of flamenco.
Yes.
As going as far as 1,000 years ago when Zario went to the south of Spain and created the first music school to the Spanish guitar that's based on barbat or oud, which is a Persian instrument.
Yes.
So we have heavy claim on what's going on in Spain right now. But there's also other forms of flamenco that are respected, which is Arabic flamenco, there's Turkish influences, there's, believe it or not, Japanese flamenco.
Wow.
But no one has really taken on Persian flamenco the way I have with the singing. There's a lot of beautiful work out there musically, but lyrically, no one has really taken it on for obvious reasons. The language just doesn't sit well with the rhythm of flamenco, or it didn't until I came along. I like to think that I've solved a puzzle, but it really, really, truly took, R&D of the heavy R&D behind this. And right now, the biggest compliment I hear now that I live here and I regularly perform in a lot of private and personalized gathering is that it feels like it belongs.
Yeah.
And it has taken a long time. It's taken 12 years to get here. But they seem to have embraced it as a new expression of, not to replace traditional flamenco, that will never be replaced, but then as an extra expression of it. So I've been blessed. And it's been really good.
Farnaz, it's so good to hear you this morning. Thank you for taking the time with us. We appreciate it. And take care.
Thank you for having me.
All
Thank
the
you for
best and
so
good luck
much.
with the new album.
Thank you so much. Thank
Take
you.
care. That's Persian flamenco singer Farnaz Ohadi, who released her song Requiem 752 today in honor of the victims of Ukrainian International Airlines Flight PS752 that was shot down 5 years ago today.